Happy Holi! We went to Holi last year during our 10-month backpacking trip across Southeast Asia. We just posted our video last week, so if you guys haven't seen that yet, go ahead and check it out. It's us celebrating Holi in Pushkar, which is this holy little town in Rajasthan. We actually are going to touch more on Pushkar and our personal experience later in the vlog, but we thought we would share you just some tips and trips and specifically how to stay safe and how to keep your stuff safe. What is Holi? Holi is a Hindu celebration. I think it dates back like 2,000 years. It's the festival of color. It's mostly celebrated in northern India, and it's to celebrate the arrival of spring along with the triumph of good over evil. There's the night before Holi and the day of.
So the night before, it's the Holika Dahan festival. Basically, they just light these big, massive bonfires throughout the city. And it's supposed to symbolize the burning of the demoness Holika.
It symbolizes a triumph over good over evil, and the bonfire literally symbolizes a burning of a demoness, which is pretty badass. That's carried out the night before Holi during the full moon. And on the day of Holi, there's also another legend that they have too. It's a legend about Lord Krishna, which is the blue-skinned god, and it was his love for Radha, which was a normal woman. Krishna was worried that she wouldn't love him because of the color of his skin. So his mother recommended, why don't you paint her face with some color? He took his mother's advice, he colored her skin, and it made them equals, and they were able to fall in love.
So when is Holi? It's the first day of spring on the full moon. It's a different day every year.
So make sure you know your day. Where? It's mostly celebrated in northern India, like we said, so Rajasthan is a good place to go. Do your research before you're going because every place celebrates Holi differently. Some will have a huge celebration, some will celebrate it within their home. Some major cities to celebrate it is Mumbai, Varanasi, New Delhi, and Rishikesh.
Or you can go to a smaller town like Pushkar.
Pushkar is a small town set around the holy Pushkar Lake and is one of the most sacred pilgrimage sites in India. It's a super holy city. Meat and alcohol is illegal. When we're at cafes and stuff, like while they're serving your food, they'll be like, you want chicken? We have eggs. It's funny that alcohol and meat were prohibited because it's such a holy city, but bang lassis and essentially marijuana infused edibles were everywhere. We actually went to Pushkar on a whim. We arrived in New Delhi wanting to celebrate Holi, having no idea where we wanted to celebrate it. It could be a little overwhelming, especially from a woman's point of view. It sounds like the bigger cities have a lot of harassment and just stuff that I didn't want to deal with, but I didn't want to be inside. Like, I've always wanted to go to this festival, and like I was fucking going. So we actually asked our Airbnb host when we arrived in Delhi, like where they think we should celebrate, and he recommended Pushkar. We did like Google search, and we showed up a couple of days later.
And what was nice too, we saw tons of security.
They were in the square. There was a huge like dance party. They were in every corner. They're in the crowd. We saw them on the roofs. There was a few times where they full on stopped the music for that giant square and like thousands of people would stop dancing, and they will point out the people who were doing the harassing or being bad basically, and they would kick them out, and then they'll kind of warn other people like, hey, don't do this because we will kick you out. So it was really, really cool kind of having Pushkar have our back as a tourist, especially as a woman. I felt so safe. But on Paul's side, like being a guy, it's a little different. Paul full on got his shit ripped off by like 3 or 4 guys, and we saw that repeatedly throughout the day.
That was a theme, was ripping off men's shirts.
Next thing I want to talk about is how to stay safe. Holi is known as a man's holiday, and it's not a secret that people sometimes get harassed during these things. Like if you look on YouTube, you will see so many videos of foreign women going and getting sexually harassed, which is really sad.
So our first tip, find people to celebrate with.
Safety in numbers.
Yes.
Meet people at your hostel. You can find people online. There's even tours that are available with locals and stuff to kind of show you around. I know it sounds stupid, but try to have a few guys in your group. Safety numbers, a big group of girls is better than just one girl. It's just better to have a man present for these situations. I hate saying that. I'm such an independent woman myself, but it did make a huge difference just having Paul stand next to me. Them knowing that I don't even know if they knew we were married or together, or like he could have been my brother or something. Just having a man next to me, I felt like changed the demeanor of the situation.
Our second tip,
Avoid big crowds, avoid big crowded cities. So if you're a little worried, avoid Delhi, avoid Mumbai. Like these are huge cities and that kind of attracts a little more danger. I recommend going to a smaller city like Pushkar. That's not the only one. Like do your research, there's other places available. There's also private events that you can go to if you're in a big city, like hosted by your hotel or just organizations. So there's definitely options. Tip number 3 is not something you can do, but it's something that will happen. That's touching. It's a very interactive holiday, so mostly of the face, but there is also a lot of hugging, a lot of handshakes. It's a lot of people, so it's a lot of like close quarters. So my tip for this is make sure your boundaries are known. Know what you're comfortable with. If you're okay giving a hug, then hug some people. If you don't want to hug, then don't hug people. Tell them to back off. 9 out of 10 times, if you say no and just, hey, stop, like they'll probably stop. I felt totally comfortable in my entire experience, but the entire day I was fully prepared to have a confrontation. A physical one, obviously, but if I need to yell or push someone or kick someone on the balls, like I was fully prepared to do that. Luckily, it didn't come to that though.
Yeah,
and hopefully it doesn't come out to you too, but just don't be afraid to say no.
Stay hydrated. You are dancing, you
Yes.
are having fun.
Yes.
Stay hydrated. Take a break if you need to.
So it's really tempting to just want to rage for every second you can, because it starts in the morning, ends in the afternoon. If you're lucky in some places, go on to the evening, but it's only a few hours and it's gone just like that. So I get wanting to just party, but like take a break. But what we did, we went to a rooftop, had some lunch, and we were able to watch the craziness happen below. And that's actually how we got a lot of our aerial shots from our vlog, because we don't have a drone. So next thing is selfies. So this is just not even for a Holi thing. This is an India thing. Everyone and their goddamn mom is gonna want to take a selfie with you. Like they just love taking pictures of foreigners. So if you look different from what they do, which we do, then at a certain point there will be a line for me and take selfies with you. And it was no different in Holi, except while we're getting selfies, we're also getting powder shoved in their face. After a while, it gets kind of annoying. So feel free to start saying no. You don't have to like oblige to everyone. Preparations for Holi. So what to do to the days leading up to Holi. Morning of, especially, like take care of your skin. Like we've been saying, a lot of these powders have a lot of toxic chemicals in it. Like that's why they're so bright. It's going in your skin, your hair, your eyes, your mouth. So take extra precautions to kind of protect yourself. We lathered ourselves in coconut oil before going out just to give us a protective film. I don't know if you noticed in our vlog, we looked really oily in the beginning and like our hair looked super greasy. It's because we're just like drenched in oil. It makes it a little easier to wash off. If you can, like paint your nails maybe, because it will stain your nails. It will stain your teeth. Like I saw that you got your teeth stained a little bit.
And what to wear? Bring sunglasses. Cheap
Protect your
sunglasses. Obviously, there's powder being thrown everywhere.
Every time we took the sunglasses off, there'll be like a panda ring of like no powder. I mean, towards the end, that shit was gone for me. My whole face was covered. But try to protect your eyes as much as you can.
I mean, as far as what to wear, we're all white. Like, that was so much fun.
It's not part of the celebration, but why not?
Well, it's really cool, like, to see a before and after picture. If you look at the last clip of our video, we clearly are not wearing white anymore.
We bought our clothes in Pushkar the day before. I mean, it wasn't like the cutest stuff, but honestly, like you kind of want to wear baggy covering stuff anyways to protect your skin. What I highly recommend not wearing is any jewelry. Like I didn't wear my engagement ring. I took all the jewelry off. Anything that was important to me, I didn't wear. Even your underwear and stuff, like it seeps through. Like everything's gonna get stained. So make sure you don't care about what you're wearing.
Buy the powder the day before. Just make sure you have it. Try to find organic powder. So what was nice in Pushkar, they mostly use organic powder sold within the city. What was cool about that is we heard that sometimes the powder will actually stain your skin, and you'll see it on people for like a week on.
Yeah, we saw purple people everywhere for a week. It was very, very clear that some people brought in their own powders and paints.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people like to mix the powder with water, so it's like this sludge, so they could be extra terrible. It was really funny when we were showering. Just some parts, some colors just like would not come off. Someone took a handful of sludge, like purple sludge, and went like this to me. So I just had this like purple beard. Thank God for makeup, so it wasn't too bad. Next is protecting your gear. No one gives a shit if you have a camera or a phone or what. There's buckets of water getting thrown, there's powder being thrown, there's shirts getting ripped off. It's pure insanity. We kind of like did a ghetto rig on our camera because I didn't know what to do. I should have researched it a little more. I kind of thought about the night before, like, oh no, my camera's gonna get ruined. So the only thing I could buy was some saran wrap. So I saran wrapped the camera, which I do not recommend doing. It was such a bad idea because saran wrap's sticky. So the powder stuck to the camera. Since then, I've done a little research. So there's a lot of really good information on Google and YouTube. I highly recommend checking it out. And I highly recommend doing it before you get there because you probably won't find what you need the day before. So this is the final thing I'm going to talk about. And this one's for the ladies. I was super nervous about coming to Holi. I mean, first I was really excited because I was like, oh my God, I've always wanted to go. This is like an amazing world cultural event. Like, I can't wait to experience this. And then I started reading about it, and then I got really nervous because I thought it was a guarantee I was getting sexually harassed. Like, watching YouTube vlogs and blogs, like, I don't want to, like, deter anyone, but I saw a lot of people talking about, like, them getting cornered, them, like, hands reaching everywhere, like, not even just above, like, going in shirts, like, nothing was off limits. So there's a lot of unwanted attention, especially with foreigners. Like, if you guys have ever been in, know this. As a foreigner, you're getting a lot of attention. In certain places in India, they've never seen a foreigner before, besides on TV and stuff like that. Like, I know we're not, like, super white or anything, but I still look a lot different than Indian people, and so do you.
Yeah.
Blue eyes, blonde hair, like, you're gonna get crazy amount of attention just because they're fascinating. They're just very curious, and they want to talk to you and take a selfie with you or something. And from my observation, like, the local women weren't getting harassed or anything like that, but like I said, it's 99% men anyways. The few local women we saw weren't even, like, covered in that much color, but every foreign woman I saw was covered. Foreign women were hands down a target. Paul was, like, kind of colored, but then I was, like, you couldn't see my skin at all.
But, like, as a foreigner, like, they'll see you and, like, you want paint.
Well, I want to interact with you, which is kind of awesome, because, like, I came there to get paint on me. And I think I succeeded by the end of the day.
And then some.
There was a lot of hugging. I'm not that comfortable with, so I only got 1 or 2 hugs. But yeah, like I said, don't be afraid to say no to people, and, like, if you don't want them touching you, then don't let them touch you. I even saw a lot of instances where, like, a harmless selfie kind of go for a grab. Like, they'll put their hand here on, like, while they're putting the arm around you, just, like, sneaking a little boob grab. That didn't happen to me, but I saw tons of posts about it online. Just be careful about that kind of stuff. And this, of course, this is not everyone. Like, this is a few bad apples who are just giving it a bad name. Like, most people are being insanely respectful. So if you can, please travel in a group or go to a private event or go with a local guide. Just make sure you're being safe. Use your intuition. Don't go down dark alleys. Don't go into weird, unpopulated areas. Try to wear baggy clothing if you can. India's a very conservative country already, so no tank tops, no shorts, like, any day, to be honest. Like I said, we were insanely fortunate and lucky in our situation. Everyone was so respectful. The worst thing that happened was Paul got his shirt ripped off, which was honestly hilarious. If you guys enjoyed this video and liked videos like this, more informative about the events we've been to or the places we've gone to, comment below. Give it a thumbs up so we know we can make more videos like this instead of just vlogs.
Yeah.
So smash that subscribe. So Kuno just wants to add that he's very small. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you guys want to see more. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Bye.